Yes, boys, today is the big... Hang on a tick. Too much redness. What's this crap doing on me? Ah, that's more like it. Now we can get on with the video. Yes, guys, it's your boy JT, and we're back with the big one. El Grande Magnifico, the Scum Chester United preview. A game that already had so much riding on it, let alone the fact that we got smacked 6-2 by them earlier on in the season. I'm telling you, if you ask anyone, myself including, if we could have got humped by City and Liverpool just so we could beat these lot, I'm telling you, we would have snapped your hand off. Although we drew against Liverpool and although we got a magnificent win against City, this is the big one. If we lose this, in a certain respects, it'll feel like it was all for nothing. That is how much is riding on this game. And stay tuned with me and I'll tell you exactly how and why it's going to unfold. Anyway, if you do end up enjoying the video, then a like would always be appreciated. But for now, let's get straight into the meat of the action. Now, first things first, I bet you're wondering, where was the Liverpool preview? Where was the Liverpool post-match analysis? And why is this coming out so late? And to be honest, it's just football's been feeling so weird at the moment. Like that Liverpool game, I'll upload the video. I actually recorded my match reaction with my mate Abdul, who is a Liverpool fan. And it felt weird. It felt so wrong. Football's just, it's in a weird place, and I don't feel like we've completely won the battle yet with these owners in the European Super League. I mean, did you hear what Stan Kroenke was saying? Josh Kroenke, should I say? He did not rule it out one bit. He said, no, not in this current format, but basically implying they're going to try to do something again. So just generally, it's been feeling weird, and right now, it's massive, this game. Like, I'm really feeling it. I'm really getting up for the game now, but it feels like something just missing a bit from a normal Leeds versus Man U game. Like usually the whole week before I'd be buzzing, I wouldn't be able to sleep, but just everything that's going on and around the world of football, I don't know. It's still massive. It is still massive. It's just something weird is missing. But nonetheless, that is all irrelevant because we are going to absolutely smash these kids. Now, there is only one thing that we are going to be missing, and that is, of course, RAPHINHA. Really gutted he's not going to be able to play, and that could really be decisive. Of course, you've got Bruno Fernandes over there trying to sign him for Man United, so maybe it's a good thing. Maybe he'll be out of the shop window, but nonetheless, I don't think we'd sell him anyway. And Costa's really going to have to put his foot out because in the last game against Liverpool, I feel like Costa, he did all right. But I feel like when Poveda came on, he actually offered so much dynamism that we were missing from both Harrison and Costa. So I think, you know what, I said it before in the City game. I said I thought Poveda should have got his shot. I feel like Poveda has to get his shot this time. Surely he has to get his crack of the whip. No RAPHINHA. Harrison didn't play too great last game against Liverpool. Costa was... He left me feeling ambivalent towards his performance. You know, it was good, it wasn't great, it wasn't piss poor. But you know what, could be improved upon. So what more does Poveda have to do to get his shot? I'm telling you, I'd put him above Jack. You know what? I think Jack, he looks a bit rusty at the moment. He's not looking like his normal self. So I feel like I'd take him out of the firing line, put Poveda in there with Costa, a bit more trickery, a bit more flair on the wings. And I feel like we could really cause them some problems because this Man United defence is static, man. Harry Maguire is an absolute fridge and he is there to be got at. I'm telling you, the guy has no balance at all. Hit him with pace, hit him with dynamism, hit him with the switching of the flanks. They will not know what's hit them. We've been an absolute one-man wrecking ball at the moment, destroying all of these European Super League frauds, City and Liverpool, now Manchester United. I'm telling you, if we can make it 7 points out of 9 and wipe all these fraudulent owners out of the game in the process, what a statement that would be for our first year back in the Premier League. Honestly, the double standards of hypocrisy I'm hearing in the media is absolutely unbelievable. The second we come into the Premier League, Bielsa's football is not going to be good enough, not defensively sound enough. You know, they'll pick up a few points against the lesser teams here, but when they come against the big boys, they're going to get smacked. Guess what? Top half of the table, Arsenal drop points. If we pick up points, if we pick up a victory tomorrow, we can go above Arsenal. We can go into 9th place. Bielsa, everyone's slagging him off for his style of football. Guess what? Now all of a sudden, oh, he's top list on Spurs' priorities. Oh, all of a sudden, get Oli out, get Bielsa in at Manchester United. Every single person wants their hands on him now. All those people that were slagging him off before he came in the Premier League. Honestly, unbelievable. He'd never leave the Whites, and he certainly wouldn't leave to one of those two tin pot clubs. So I don't know what you're looking at, I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not getting your hands on Raphinha, you're not getting your hands on Bielsa, so just stay away. We are also, of course, going to be without Rodrigo. Now, I don't know how to feel about this. He hasn't been great, to be honest, has he? He hasn't really set the world alight with his performances. So, on one hand, it's not really too much of a miss for this game, because was he going to feature that much anyway? But then again, it really does just mean we're very, very strapped for positions in that midfield too. We don't really have anyone that can come in. Of course, we will probably play Roberts and Dallas, and then we'll have Klitsch off the bench. But then once Klitsch comes on, we don't really have too much behind him. Maybe we bring Shackleton in. But even then, we're going to have one substitution on the wings, one substitution in the midfield. So we've got to hope we stop picking up these injuries, because we have been picking up injuries like wildfire recently. Hopefully, Llorente is okay. I haven't heard too many bad news on that. I did have a source telling me that he will be playing tomorrow. However, I don't know how accurate that is. Do you guys reckon we could squeeze into Europe this year? Let me know what you guys think down below, because I'm not so sure. I was sure before, I was a lot more certain, 10, 20 match weeks ago. But now, as it's getting closer, we don't really have too many games to make a difference. It's going to be tight, man. It's going to be tight, and we're going to need them all to drop points. But West Ham and Everton don't seem like they're dropping any points recently. Leicester look like they're not dropping any points. So it's really tightening up there, and maybe we can catch Arsenal and Spurs, but I don't think we will be able to get European football, unfortunately, this year. However, next year is where the difference is. Alioski gone, Tagliafico in, maybe Perraud, we've been talking about him. Get another midfielder in, Rodrigo de Paul, for the love of God, please. Can we sign Rodrigo de Paul? If that whole saga goes on another year, I'm actually going to do my nutting, because the guy is different gravy, and he would slot in perfectly in that midfield position. Could you imagine our attack next year with Jack Harrison on one wing, Raphinha in the other wing, Patrick Bamford up top, with Rodrigo de Paul sat just behind, spraying the balls around, getting goals from the midfield, really, really driving the team forward? It could be tasty, baby. That, of course, is irrelevant right now, though, because we will not have Tagliafico, De Paul, or Perraud in this fixture. So let's look at the 11 players that we do have. The 11 players that will go down in folklore after smashing Oli's fraudulent Reds. In goal, we're going to be looking no further than the main man, Meslier. He's really stepped up his performances as of late, and he's actually catching balls. I didn't think I could ever see it in his Leeds United career, that he actually catches balls from set pieces. No more of this slap of the hand wrist action, slapping the ball into our own 18-yard box. He's actually catching them. I swear, if he goes and drops it now in the box and Harry Maguire slams it in with his slab head, I'm going to punch someone. He didn't have a great game against Liverpool, let's be real here. He did make a couple of blunders. However, I do back him, because whenever he does have one of those performances, he is someone that responds well, and he does come back in the next game with a great performance. So I feel like he could be key in potentially getting us a clean sheet. Now, that clean sheet ain't going to defend itself, is it? So we're going to move swiftly onto the back four. And for me, again, Virgil van Strijk has to play for me. Llorente has to play for me. Two of the best centre-backs in the league. Two of the best centre-backs at the club. And I feel like Robin Koch could have a part to play if we are holding out. We do go three at the back or something. So I would have Robin Koch just on standby. But generally, I would go for those two. And then, of course, Ayling at right back. Didn't play too well against them last time. I can't lie. He didn't really impact the game at all too much. Unlike Stuart Dallas. However, I feel like at Ellen Road now, smaller pitch, because what I will say about playing at Old Trafford, that pitch is fucking massive. It's underrated how massive that pitch is. Honestly, it just felt like there were so many gaps in between our play, because, we do the man-to-man marking system. And when someone lets their player go at that pitch, oh boy, you can really tell the gaps are abhorrent. But I feel like with the tighter pitch, with a bit more intensity to his game. You know, he's growing into the season, Luke Ayling. I feel like he could have a very, very good game as well. And then at the left back, we're going to have Alioski. You cannot have a big crunch match against your biggest rivals without having Edgan Alioski, the biggest shithouse of them all. Honestly, if he can get one of their players sent off, if he can rattle them, oh, mate, I'll send him off with hugs and kisses. In fact, I'll put a new contract on the table there and then. I will slam any money he wants. If he can rattle them, get into their heads, get one of them sent off, that's it. The pen's down, the contract's there, write whatever zeros you want on there because you have earned it, sunshine. In the midfield, we got the local lad, Kalvin Phillips. Look, he's been going around the change room, he's been telling everybody how much this game means. He said that last time. He did say that last time, so I'm a bit wary. And then he did end up getting hauled off after 22 minutes. Didn't really play too well at all. Got quite a rollicking from Bielsa, and of course he brought Shackleton in. I don't know why I said 22 minutes. It's actually 45 minutes. I've actually gone Delali. I'm thinking about the Swansea game for some reason. However, he did come off after 45 minutes, and he was not that impressive. Him and Klitsch were particularly poor that day, should we say. And it was a shame because he is someone who really gets this game. When I hear him speak, he does understand this game. He gets what it means. And you need him to educate those around them. I know our players know this is a big game, but I'm not sure they quite understand how big of a game this is, how big bragging rights this game gives you, how much it means to the fans, to the club, to everything. If you score a winner in this game, if you do something magical, you will go down in folklore. We still sing about that Jermaine Beckford goal 11 years after. That was like the highlight of my childhood, was that Jermaine Beckford 1-0 at Old Trafford in the Stretford end. If Patrick Bamford can do that tomorrow, then let's just say there'll be chants made about him for eternity. But yes, Kalvin Phillips, really hoping he can up his performance in this one and really show how integral he is to the side. And I just really want it for him. I really want it for him because I know how much this game means to him and his family. So if he can have a massive performance tomorrow, I know how much it will mean to him. So for that, I am begging that he gets the man of the match. I'm begging that he performs. And I'm looking forward to it. And I reckon I have faith in him. I have faith in you, Kalvin. You will step up and you'll have the performance of your life. Of course, we're going to move forward to the midfield too then. And let's not waste any more time. Stuart Dallas scored an absolute rocket against them last time. Top right-hand corner. Maybe should have had another one during the game as well. Maybe a couple of assists if we could actually finish our dinner, because we did create a lot of chances those games. Nonetheless, he was probably one of the couple of players that did actually perform on the night, because we were very, very woeful. I feel like his partnership with Tyler Roberts Sr., who I'm of course going to put next to him, has really blossomed recently as well. Tyler Roberts, man, what a player he is. Did you see his twinkle toes dancing through that Liverpool team there? I'm gutted he didn't get a goal, man. He really should have scored against Liverpool, and he needs to get a goal. He's got an assist recently, but that's not really justified for how well he's been playing, how well he's turned his season around over the past month. And if he can cap it off with a goal tomorrow, then that would be perfect for the guy. That would be justified for his performances. If it's Dallas on the other hand, then I'm going to have to get Dallas on my shirt next year. I'm telling you, if Dallas does the business, I'm getting him on my shirt, because how many big goals does this guy need to score? Scored against the scum last time, scored 2 goals against Manchester City. He scores rockets wherever he goes. This guy, he's a big game player, very underrated as well. I had a good mate of mine, Leighton, telling me before the season started that he is in no way Premier League quality. Well, he's made you look a right mug, hasn't he, mate? That's right, I'm talking to you, Leighton. He's made you look a right mug. On the left, like I said, I'm going to go for an out there one. I'm going to go for Giancarlo Poveda. Give him his shot. Give him his crack. He could really, really cause them some problems. And then, of course, on the right, I am going to go for Helder Costa, who I do think has shown a bit of promise recently. And Poveda, watch out for this kid. Poveda is criminally slept upon. The guy is different gravy. And I feel like although he's developing a bit later than other players, he has incredible potential. And the ceiling is so high with that kid. Higher than the wall of China. That's how good he really could become with the right amount of game time. And do I even need to say who's going up top? Speaks for itself, doesn't it? The King Patrick Bamford. the guy who is going to put his name in folklore, etch his name in the club's history with a phenomenal goal tomorrow. Mark my words, mark my Viduka. He's going to unleash his inner Viduka, and he is going to strike like a viper. But that's been all. What do you guys think is going to happen tomorrow? Are you a Man U fan? Are you a Leeds fan? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And let me know how you see the game going. Would you start Poveda, or would you just stick with the trusted Harrison Costa? Do you think Harrison's bad performance last game was enough to drop him? Or do you think I'm getting a bit hasty with it, as I sometimes am? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down below. And, of course, what do you think about all this new Super League stuff? Do you want the Glazers out? Do you want the Cronkies out? Do you want them all out? I really want to know what you guys have to say about all of this down below. And if you did enjoy the video, then like I said, a like would always be appreciated. And, hey, check out some of my other videos. You might just like them. And if you do, then be sure to subscribe. If you don't, then be sure to let me know what a twat you think I am down below. And any positive or negative feedback is always greatly appreciated. But nonetheless, I will leave you for now. I will let you get the pints down your tomorrow. Sink those carlings down your throat. Ready for that 2 PM kickoff. And I will see you straight after the game to celebrate a crushing victory for the Whites. And I will see you there.